Thought I'd do a little fish room tour so some of the people could see some of the other tanks that I've got here. I know you guys have, if you've watched the videos for this one's setup and the updates, you've already seen it. Just a little guppy tank, a few plants in it. It's Cardinalis in the back here. We've got Rotella hatra here in the front. Just some Java moss here on a couple of the stones that it's glued to. And then it's hard to see, but I've got a Bucephalandra right here, and there's a small one right there. I'll be doing another update video on this one. If you haven't seen it, that'll be coming out here shortly as well. We'll do some little tank cleanup and things. You can see I've got kind of like a little film up here. Everybody gets it. It's just part of the hobby. But it's a little update. You can see the little ones growing in there. More free swimming now than it was in the last update. So should have some more, I would think some more babies here coming soon. But a little update for you. I'll throw some more footage in there of them swimming around, and then we'll move on here to the next tank. Right beside it here, we've got the next 5-gallon tank. Literally right beside it. As you can see, needs some more cleaning. Again, that's part of the hobby, but we'll get that cleaned up here this weekend as well. I've got 2 different kind of pothos here in the top that are in the back behind the filter here. You can kind of see some of their roots working their way around. Do a great job for helping filter the water. And then I know it's not necessarily aquascapey type material, but you've got the little arch here. I just thought it looked cool. I've had it for probably 15 years now. We've got some dwarf hairgrass that is doing its best to not spread at all for me. We've got some more Bucephalandra. Got some more Java moss that needs some trimming. Some more Cardinalis. This tank does not have aqua soil on the base. It just has the gravel. So there's no real nutrient layer underneath like in the tank beside it here. There's a whole layer of aqua soil. You can kind of see it down here. And then of course I've got I believe that's an Amazon sword in the back. The store I got it from didn't really have it labeled. So, but in here we've got some white clouds floating around in here, just having a good old time. Got some neon tetra hanging out there in the back, and then down there at the bottom, let me see if I can zoom in on them here. We've got a little African dwarf frog in there, just part of the community enjoying himself. And there is a little algae eater in here. I'm not entirely sure where he's hiding at the moment. Nothing too fancy with this setup, but you know, it's another little 5-gallon tank. Fish are happy. You know, just do what you can. I'll throw some more footage of this tank on there. I actually just added the little small white clouds that you see swimming around. So I'll throw that footage of adding them in here as well. Alright, ignore the TV in the background over here. Just pretend it's not there. This is a little corner aquarium, just a little 1 gallon angled corner. I'm using it as like a little quarantine tank for the baby fish that I end up getting, or I actually have some shrimp in here right now. Some little ghost shrimp. I'll see if I can zoom in on those. If not, I'll throw some more footage on there. I've got more cardinalis in here. I've got more Rotala. There is some duckweed here at the top floating around. I don't mind the duckweed. I know some people are just absolutely against it, but I don't mind it. It's a very, very, very simple setup. Just a little corner thing. Nothing in there right now, but obviously a lot of algae, which I'm hoping that the ghost shrimp will take care of here once they get going, but we'll see. Trying to get some other shrimp. Would love to get some red cherries or something like that, but they are a pain to find around my area, so we'll see. Maybe I'll order some. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever ordered any, and if you've had any luck with that, or no luck, or if you guys know some good suppliers. Feel free to throw your comments in the chats below, or over wherever the chat thing is. But I'll throw a little bit of footage of the shrimp on there. They are ridiculously hard to see because they are ghost shrimp. There are 2 right in the middle of the screen there. I don't know if you guys can see them or not. There's their little eyes, at least. Kinda. Sort of. Okay, now it doesn't want to focus. Anyway, I'll throw some more video footage of them up there, and we'll move on to the last tank. Yeah. Okay, over here we've got a 55-gallon tank on a homemade stand. In it we have, you can already see the goldfish. There are some little feeder minnows. They were feeder goldfish and feeder minnows. And back there in the back, that is Francis. Francis is a little red-eared slider that was a rescue out where I work in the little chemical processing area. He was not going to survive there. Couldn't get out of where he was, and I rescued him one day. But he's got a little 5-gallon or 55-gallon tank. We've got a little heater in the back for him. This filter here is the 55-gallon filter for the tank itself. However, it's not running, as you can see currently, because the water level is not high enough. As Francis gets bigger, we'll be raising this filter up higher, and once we raise that up more, there'll be some more water pressure for this one to actually have more of a flow. So right now I just have a little tiny water pump in there pushing some water up to actually help with the filtering, but it's keeping the water nice and crystal clear between that little bit of filtering and the bigger filter over there. We've got a little bogwood here for him to crawl around on, helps him get out and up here to where he suns himself. And then over here we just have a pile of rocks for him to dig around in and kind of crawl out on. Probably going to add some more to this, and the goldfish have gotten big enough that they're eating his food now, since he doesn't want to eat them. The goldfish, that is. So we're trying to make it so he can kind of crawl out of the water here a little bit, but then get back in over here and eat his food in peace. But as you can see, nobody seems to really bother each other. They'll curl up beside each other and sleep in the evenings when the lights go out. I'll see if I can get some video of that here tonight. But they just kind of swim around and hang out, and everybody seems to get along. So, of course I say that, and nobody wants to come and say hello. But you may catch Francis in some other videos over on the Sir Duke Winston channel. I'll put a link for that down there. He is the Brittany Spaniel running around here. He's asleep right now, so you're not going to hear him in the back of the video, but you may see him over there on that channel in the background. There's a cute little video of when Francis first came in, and we put him in the tank, and Winston wasn't sure who he was or what was making all the noise. So I'll throw some more footage of these guys on there, and if you have any thoughts on anything or any questions on any of the tanks, feel free to leave a comment below, and we'll try and communicate with anybody who has any questions. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. And I appreciate it, whether you're watching over there on Rumble or on YouTube.